Some say that necessity is the mother of all invention. I happen to believe that a certain part of it has to do with being either a cheapskate or being frugal, and just knowing a lot of different crafts. So get your favorite bevy and join me on an adventure of something that I don't do very often. Hello and welcome to or back to Miss Craftsalot's Lair. I am Barbie, your resident multi-crafter, and today I am doing something a little different on my channel. Normally I stick around with the whole or stick to the crochet, knitting, sewing kind of deal, but today I have beading stuff. So to give you a little bit of a background as to what is going on, I have been working on a project. I am not going to be showing you this project quite yet because it is an upcoming video, hopefully. Anyway, what this project is entailing is a decent section of lace knitting. If you are unfamiliar with lace knitting, it is a lot of very particular places where you're doing yarn over and knit two together or purl two together or anyway. So you're decreasing and increasing a lot. And if you are not on the correct row, your stitches get so off and it's very hard to, for me anyway, I have to rip back rows if something went wrong in a previous row. So in order to keep track of rows, I decided to come along with this kind of deal. I did this because I wanted to keep track of the rows that I was on, because the first way through this particular knit lace pattern, the first set of rows I was able to keep track of fairly well. However, as I am repeating those rows, I am losing track of what row I'm on. And it is just, it's been a lot of ripping out rows and frogging rows, and I don't want to spend any more time doing that. So something that I had in the works of what I wanted to make were row counter stitch markers, if that makes any sort of sense. So I have seen these advertised by other places, and I decided that I was going to put my Barbie spin on it. So I have, let me switch you down here to desk view so I can show you the tools that I have and such. Here are my tools. I have a set of wire cutters. These are listed as being bead landing. So I am assuming that at some point in time I or my mother-in-law got a set of jewelry tools from Michael's. So this is the wire cutter. And then I have a couple of different pliers. And then this one is, I want to say, I am not very versed in jewelry making, but I think that this one is to kind of wrap around and you can tell kind of rudimentary what you are, or how big your ring is going to be by using these. I do have this pair, and this pair is definitely, as you can tell, there are different sizes there, so that way you can get an accurate measurement with that particular set. But I have all of my beady tools here. I have numbered beads here. I also went to Hobby Lobby and I was able to get jump rings. Now this is a 4mm jump ring, and those are going to be what I am going to attach the beads to the 9mm jump rings. I'm thinking that these are going to be big enough for most of my crafty endeavors. I use 5mm needles quite a bit, so I think I can get away and squeak by with the 9mm. I did get eye pins, however, I'm not sure if I want to use these or the head pins. So there's going to be a little bit of playing around there. Also from my stash, I think I got these from Michael's a while back ago, but they are the tree beads that I'm going to have at the end of my counting rows. It's working out in my head. We'll see how this goes along as far as how well it works out. Plus, I have a coffee lid here. I use my coffee tins, my plastic coffee tins, to use as yarn bowls. So I have a bunch of these lids hanging around, and I'm just going to put that one to use to hopefully keep things from ending up all over my craft room. So for this initial set, because I am working in back and forth rows, I am only going to take out the odd numbers. You know what? And with these, the 6s and the 9s are, you just get like sort of get double of those. This is one bag of, these particular beads. And they, as you would think that probably there would be an even amount of numbers in those, it was not. So I was kind of disappointed in that. I have, these are the ones that are going from 1 to 0. And these were the odd mixed ones. So maybe they'll find homes with the next set of beads. I don't know. All right, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. There we go. I can put these away. I have not been on the camera very much, so I'm going to come back to the camera. So some of these have kind of a spikier edge to them, and more are more like and some are more like a coin almost look. So I'm going to actually go with the ones that look kind of more like a coin, because of the fact that I'm afraid that the spikier edged one, even though I like how it's open, the spiky edges could catch on my yarn, and that would be a no-go for me. I am going to start off by taking this particular one off of here. I am going to opt to not use this particular jump ring because it's going to be an odd size from my 4mm. But does not necessarily mean that this is going to be a bad jump ring. So I'm going to open it sideways and pop this booger off and keep this one for later. Pop that over there. Okay. So the question is, the only one that I think would need a head pin is possibly the 9. I think I have to, I definitely need these though. So I am going to start off by putting these guys. What size do I need? I think that would be a good size. I'm going to kind of keep this one simple and just do the numbers. I'm not going to put any sort of beads on this, I don't think. Not this time. So I'm using the smaller one. I think that should give me enough room. And I think I am going to use a head pin for the 9. Yes. Because this way, and I want to make sure that they are, the 1 really doesn't matter because it's just the line. The rest of them I do want to go heading the right way, especially the 9. Now, if you are a jewelry maker, go easy on me because it has been a while since I did this, and so I could be a little on the rusty side. So, be gentle. Thank you. Okay. Now I am not, because I like to live dangerously. You know what? It's been a hot minute since I've done this, so I'm going to use this bent up one already to kind of play around. Because see, you can just kind of twist that around. And I think that would, oh, that's right, I kind of have to bend it that way first. So it's like a little bend that way and then a twist that around. So apparently I'm not as rusty as I thought I was. Well, this is without a bead on there. We'll see when it comes to the bead part. Okay. Bead. So it is kind of, so it is bead, kind of bend it just north of the bead. Which way do I want to go? I'll go this way. So bend it this way. And then roll it this way. Maybe. Like I said, be gentle. Okay. And this is where this comes in. So, like I said, don't come after me. Okay, maybe not the bestest of work. Maybe I do need to go up a size. All right. do I need to go up a size? That's the question. Let's try this one and see if this one I can go this way. All right, so I don't need to cut them down. That can kind of hang that way. Okay, so I gotta get another one out. For the one. All right, repeat that. Now for the 9. Everybody is... Oh, I guess, does it matter? Let me see. 5, 5. I guess it really doesn't... It does matter. Because everyone's going that way. So I want the 9 to be going that way as well. There we go. Otherwise, it's going to look kind of funky. And bend this one down and around. Kind of give it that little... There we go. Form that as nice as possible. And then if you want to be precise here, you can kind of twist it ever so slightly so you have that going the same direction. That's good enough for me. Okay, now for the... Let's keep this uniform. Is that going to be big enough for these guys to come out? Nope. So I want one. I only really need one. It was at that moment she realized she mucked up. So the only one that I made correctly was the 9, because now thinking back on it, I do want to have them attached together. So it is taking the 1, 3, 5, and 7 apart and putting them on these. Okay. Let's fix this problem. I still like the length of... Oh, I never put it back. This one. cutter. This is a cutter. And I am cutting these down over my trash can or within my trash can because I do not want to step on any more little metal bits in this house than I have to. My husband is notorious for wearing little metal bits into the house on his clothes, and those do not feel good to step on. And I haven't bought, I'm waiting until fall-ish to buy any more work shoes. So trying to keep from that happening. Now I get to take all these apart. And depending on, it actually might be nicer and easier just to cut these off. And we do this all over again. The one. I am definitely going to get good at these rolls today, I think. Now that I've corrected that mistake, now it is on to attaching these to that. So I'm going to want to get into here, and these are going to need a bigger. Okay, so now I'm trying to figure out, do I want to put them like this? I think I'm going to put them like that. And then this can go on this end. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I think that that is going to be the best bet. At least for this set. So I am going to take my 2 pliers, and jump rings are always open to the side because you don't want to distort the ring. I remember that much. So here's 1. And I'm going to go ahead and pinch that together. Line that back up just so, lest it catch onto my yarn, which would be a very not good thing. Alright, so that's going to go that way. This next one, same way, open it sideways. I am going to put the 3 and the 1 on there, like so, and close it up. And these are gonna, like, as I go on, I can, like, as I decide to design more of these, I'm going to add some beads and stuff on them. But this is just totally, first off, utilitarian for right now because I'm still working on that project and I don't want to have to frog any more than I absolutely have to. And 3. There we go. Got to make sure everything is going in the right direction. And I may have inadvertently stretched that. Whoops, my bad. Or like dented it in. Oh well. Like I said, this is like the tester part to this. So we'll see where I can go from here. All right. To the side. And it's the 7 and the open part of the 5. And we're going to put that together. You can kind of use your finger for that too, but my fingers get my fingies need help. All right. So where's this one opened? There. Apparently my eyes need some help too. Getting old is not for the faint of heart. All right. So 9 goes on there. 7 goes on there with it. And we're going to close this up. So that is what I have so far. And now it's just putting this onto the end of the 9, which I am going to kind of do the same thing. So I'm going to get in here. This is where you need to have your pliers. Get in here. Oh, I think I can do this. I might have to bring out those boogers. A little bit finer. Do the same deal sideways. Hopefully I can get this. Come on. Maybe it won't open for me. Maybe not. Maybe I am going to have to open it up the other way. Yeah, because I just wanted to twist it. Ever so slightly pop my... You know what? I think I'm going to put a smaller jump ring on there instead of doing it that way. Because I think that is going to be a problem. So close that booger back up again. I hear jewelry makers everywhere yelling at me. There we go. So then little baby jump ring. This is when you guys come into play. And close it back up again. I think. This might be kind of small. Again. This is just me playing around right now with an idea. And this is seeming pretty... I bent that out of shape. Blah! I think I could have probably used a slightly bigger jump ring. Do I have a slightly bigger jump ring? Let me see. You know what? I do. it was what was already. See, that was right there. I could have used that one. And did I? No. Why would I do such a thing? That would make it easy on me. Oy. All right. Now that I have a decent size jump ring, let's try this again, shall we? Oh my goodness, it's like they knew. I'm just gonna pinch that so that's gonna. I have a new row marker, well, lace row marker. So, yeah, hopefully this works out well for me, because the fact that it is not fun to have to frog like 300 stitches. So, yeah, this is going to get its first tryout tonight, I think. So, yeah. I hope that you liked this kind of different video that I have for you this week. It's been kind of a crazy week, and I really did not get very much like time in the actual lair this week. So, hopefully I will be feeling better. I really did not feel that great. So, yeah, if you like this, please like, share, and consider subscribing. I would love to have you here, and I am trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm getting close, and I'm happy about that. So, yeah, until next time, bye!